Hello, hello. So I've been thinking, I was talking about something on stream today about, managing YouTube content and streaming content and all that stuff. And I came to the realization about just what it's like to be a full-time streamer. I wanted to make a quick video about my journey of becoming a full-time streamer, I guess. So I'll try to make the long story short, but I made content back in like 2009, maybe 2010-ish, around then. If anyone was a big Left 4 Dead fan back in the day, if you know Kraken, he's actually still pretty big in the game. But Kraken made these like hilarious Left 4 Dead videos back in the day, and I pretty much tried to just copy what he did at the time. And I was doing some Left 4 Dead videos, some Forza Motorsport videos, stuff like that. And I actually had a pretty good thing going, but it was before YouTube was really like people weren't making money off YouTube. There weren't big famous YouTubers and streamers and stuff like that that people knew about. As far as my knowledge was, I didn't know of anything. I didn't think of it as a income. It was just something I was doing on the side as a fun thing. Um, I ended up having to move out of my parents' house that I was in, and I didn't really have the internet service I used to have, and it was not the computer I used to have. So I lost my ability to do what I was doing, and then I lost track of it for a long time. Got out of gaming and all that stuff, and then I got back into it in 2017. It was around the time Fortnite kind of came up because I started streaming Modern Warfare Remastered on Xbox. I was streaming from my Xbox, and I had watched Gary Vee, and Gary Vee obviously has a big impact in my life. And I started watching Gary Vee, and he was talking about just doing what you like, don't go to college because your parents told you to, and all that stuff kind of thing. And I was like, you know what, I was in a moment where I was trying to go to college because I told my grandmother I would graduate. I still might do it one day. I don't know, but I was definitely not doing it because it's what I wanted. So I dropped out of college. I was barely part time. I was barely doing a class or two. It wasn't like a big thing. I was working full time for years, and I started streaming just for fun on the side. I bought a Yeti mic, same one I still got, still here. So, been riding out for a long time. Blue Yeti, shout out to you. Over time, I got a laptop. I started doing upgrading the stream quality over time and all this stuff. Come to, I mean, over time, my stream quality got better and better, so I get more consistent viewers, stuff like that. But still, never made money off of it. It was always just what I love to do. Um, 2021, so I've been streaming for 3.5 years already, and January 2021, I got fired from my job. I called out. It was an issue with my phone. My phone had been broken for a little while. I woke up, texted to call out of work. 'Cause that's how the system worked back then. It was stupid. Text didn't go through. I didn't think to double check. Woke up, never went through. They were like, called it a no call, no show. Fired first offense. Is what it is. Stream was starting to pick up at the time, so I was like, fuck it. Let's go full time. See how it works in the meantime until we figure something else out. And the community showed up. They started popping off, and I was making enough money to not have to hunt for a job. I was doing it, been doing it full time since February 1st, 2021. February 1st, 2021 when I started going full time. And I'm making this in October. 8 months full time. Been doing it, loving it. Um, some of the things I've noticed immediately was sticking to a consistent schedule, playing a video game for 8 hours a day in front of people is not. It sounds good to everyone who doesn't do it. They're gonna say you stream video games for a living. You have the best job in the world, which I agree. I love my job. It's the best thing I could ever do. I don't want another job. That's all I want to do. But say it's easy is a lie. That's wrong. It's not easy. The stream video game is a performance. You're performing for 8 hours a day if you do it for that many. I try to do 6 to 8. Some days I go less. Sometimes I go 12 plus hours. Depends what the game is, how easy it is to stream. Some games are easier than others. There's a lot to it, and it's been it's a man. It's an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes you have a month where you made more money than you ever made in a month, and then the next month you might barely make enough to pay your bills. It's You could go 1 week where you stream 60 hours and you make $4. And then the next day you could stream for 3 hours and make 500. It's it tends to balance out. Doesn't always. Sometimes you have good months, you have bad months, especially with monthly payouts and stuff like that. It can be very difficult. Um, but I think for people who don't do it, you don't really ever understand it until you do it. You know, hold on a second. What? I lost where I was. Got distracted, but at the end of the day, it's like it's not just the economy. I think the pay thing is what I was talking about. Like, you make $50 one week, you make 500 the next. It's kind of tough to deal with. But at the end of the day, I was thinking of well, oh, that's what was tonight. I was thinking of if I was to start from scratch right now, knowing what I know now, the things I would prioritize would be getting every single viewer that returns. You have a guy who shows up once, 2 times, 3 times in a row. He starts to really start following you. Just even if it's just one person, trying to really connect with those people early on makes the biggest difference. Because my Discord, the people that show up to it, the people that are active in it, the 5 to 10 people that are super active, they show up no matter what I stream. Those people that I know about their personal lives, like we've talked, like we have like legit conversations. Those are the people that really make the difference. For people like me who are 10, 20, 30 average viewers at most, those are the people that really make the difference. So I would say if I was doing this all over again, the people who are the ones that show up, the two that show up, really try to make a connection with them, try to bring them value, and just try to build a safe space for them to, you know, hang out in and build a community. That's legit the best thing I think that you can do. Streamer.